AI SMMA. This is the angle. There's only two things that are going to make big money in the future. Social media brands, can be a personal brand or a product brand, or AI. Can be a tech company, can be an agency. That's it. That's where this world is moving. And you can resist it, which is what most people do. They resist the trends. But if you look at the people who consistently have made the most money over the last 1,000 years, they're specifically the people who didn't resist the trend. Look, just study history, whether it's the 1800s, the 1500s, the year 1000. The people who said, oh, I'm not ready, I don't know, I'm cynical, I'm skeptical, they were left behind to the innovators, the people who thought ahead. Leonardo da Vinci was designing helicopters and bicycles in the 1600s. He was too ahead of his time, by the way, which is also possible. But the trend is here. If you want to make, your first $1,000 to $10,000, or if you want to scale to 100,000 or beyond, you got to be all in on AI. If you don't own a company, I recommend you make money by offering AI social media marketing services with your agency. SMMA, Social Media Marketing Agency, AI. If you own your own company, I suggest you build an in-house AI SMMA. I do both. So I practice what I preach. This SMMA AI system, even though I'm the founder of the SMMA system, starting around 2016, I launched a generation, a whole fleet of entrepreneurs out into the world, more than 40,000 of them. Train them how to build a certification program, how to be certified as an SMMA specialist. Back then, there was no real AI. ChatGPT was just starting as a company. It wasn't even launched. So back then, the simple thing was learn how to do Facebook ads. That was somewhat new. Learn how to do YouTube and Facebook ads. Now that market's more saturated. The opportunity is an AI SMMA. That's what you want to be doing, an AI SMMA. And so what I recommend you do here is very simple. I'm going to first speak to you if you want to create a stream of income, you want to launch a business. I have a system. It's 4 months. From start to finish, you'll learn step 1, how to form the company, where to form it, name it, so on and so forth. Step 2, how to get paying customers. I suggest you charge between $2,000 and $25,000. Step 3, how do you do the work? Okay, that's important, right? You charge a customer to do their AI social media marketing. Well, you want to charge and you want to fulfill. And then in the 4th month, we go in how to automate the whole system so you don't have to do so much work. So it's a very simple kind of done for you system where we just hand you like the scripts on how to get customers. We hand you the suggestions on where to form the company. We hand you the best AI software, the best marketing software, the best contracts, templates for the contracts. We just hand you, how to automate the business, how to charge, what software is best to charge on. Should you use Stripe or should you use other things? How do you find businesses that will pay you? Because remember, right now, there's a tremendous amount of wealth in the world. And people who have money, they have money, but they don't have time. So they will pay you. I have paying clients. I charge in general between $5,000 and $25,000 for my team to come in and do a simple automation installation of AI. Lots of business owners want you to help them automate their sales, their marketing, their customer support, okay? Their phone calls they want automated. Doctors' offices want that. Restaurants want that. Med spas want that. Coaches, authors want that. Personal brands want that. Large corporations want that. When I launched the SMMA movement in 2016, I had no idea how much success it would have. It wasn't just a paid training that I was just selling something for no reason. Like, it worked. It was wild. And I've been doing business training for more than 15 years, and I'd never seen anything like SMMA. Well, now the SMMA market, partly by my own training, has become a little saturated. So you have to be continually evolving into the new trends, and that new trend is AI. Having a simple AI SMMA where you charge business owners $2,000 to $25,000. I charge, I guess, say $15,000 to $25,000, but I'm more, $5,000 to $25,000. I'm more advanced. You can start out just with, if you don't have your confidence, you can charge $2,000 or $3,000. The cool thing about AI is everybody you talk to is going to be curious. So we're going to teach you the AI installations. The cool thing about AI installations is AI does most of the work for you. Never before in history could you launch a business where you did a service for people and a robot did most of the work for you. That's miraculous. So you want to catch this. This will get saturated. Just like when I launched this almost 10 years ago, it got saturated pretty quick. The first movers did the best. So I'm going to put a link to a simple step. I've done this AI SMMA to make it even more accessible. I lowered the price. The SMMA that I was doing in 2016, I charged a lot more for. Okay. Level 1 of that program was $1,000. I realized that, not everybody could afford that. It's just so many people got into it. We were able to just do that. But I want to make this more accessible to anybody, any country, any age, any amount of money in the bank. I remember what it was like to be completely broke. I graduated high school living in a mobile home. Okay. So I had to earn, I had to create in order to make real money. And so you'll see when you click here, it's just mind-blowingly inexpensive to get into this level 1 of AI SMMA. If you want to do more advanced stuff with coaching or one-on-one, we have that, but start with the core AI SMMA program. Now, just to be clear, in terms of credentials, I've trained the most humans, as far as we know. It's a little hard to measure, but I own the trademark of SMMA. The U.S. government said, Ty, you have used this, so many people have used it, we're giving you the trademark. So, there's different people that teach different things. The difference is I've made millions, more than millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions with an SMMA that ran my own businesses. So that's the other group that might be watching. You might own a company and you realize, man, I need to automate my business. I need to automate my own company. So you should also click below. This is for both. We have different modules. If you're doing it for others, we teach you, or if you're doing it for your own companies, no matter what, you want AI running your social media, running your marketing, running your sales, running your customer support, running your chats, running your phone. You don't have to hire so many people. You can literally cut the low performing people, keep the good people, but there's always low performing people that don't even want to be there. This AI SMMA will allow you to free yourself, reduce costs, reduce payroll, and get it done. I have AI running multiple parts of my business, and it's one of the most miraculous things. And it's only really started working in the last 6 months. AI has been around longer, but it's been glitchy, a lot of bugs. It's really starting to work. It's like I have AI right now probably having 4,000 simultaneous conversations in my Instagram. That is no exaggeration. In fact, my Instagram now, I once, I was big on Snapchat. I don't do it quite as much, but I once broke the Snapchat inbox. And I'm starting to break, I can get so many direct messages and conversations with my AI in my Instagram that it's almost breaking Instagram. Mark Zuckerberg, if you're listening, I need you to strengthen up this inbox, because with AI, I used to talk to people myself in my direct messages, but you burn out after talking to 30 people. AI, the other day, I did a post, got 4,186 conversations started while I was doing other stuff. You install that for business owners, or you install that into your own business, you have the keys to the kingdom, my friend. But I want to tell you, I truly believe this is one of the narrowest, shortest windows. So if you're a procrastinator, you will miss this one, because by the time, or if you're somebody who's scared or skeptical or cynical, AI is moving too fast. I saw a video with Will Smith 2 years ago, AI recreation of Will Smith, and it looked very bad and robotic, and now it looks almost like him, like the curve of growth of AI. So if you realize you want to make more money, you want to create an online income stream, you want to work from home, whether it be part-time or full-time, you should be going all in on an AI SMMA, especially for those of you who are a little more introverted. I do believe that building a social media brand, a personal brand, is another great way, but that introverts don't like that way. So if you're more extroverted, you don't want to put your face all over the business, then an AI SMMA, you can do it behind the scenes. For those of you, I have other programs. If you're super extroverted, a great way to add a stream of income is to do high ticket sales. But for a lot of the world's more in the middle, not super extroverted, more introverted, I highly recommend you go deep down the rabbit hole of opening an agency. And I'll show you the cool thing now. You used to have to, in my old SMMA program, you'd need to hire 3 or 4 people. We'd show you how to hire people in the Philippines and hire people in Bangladesh and Pakistan and Brazil and Mexico and, Romania to help you. But now you can actually create AI agents that help you. The cost on that is almost nothing. They don't complain. They don't get tired. They're not on payroll. So the cool thing about AI SMMA, it's truly the first time in history that you build a business around automation that automates the business you're launching for you. So you have an automation business that's run by automations. So when you get inside, when you click the link below, it's going to take you to a 256-bit SSL encrypted page. No one sees your credit card. Totally safe. Highest standards, Visa, MasterCard, Amex, all that stuff. As quickly as you enter your info, you'll be going to the next stage, which is getting in here and learning this. So, I have a private client program. People pay me $125,000 a year to privately coach them. That's people who usually have businesses doing 10 to 100 million. So, I regularly charge over 100,000. Now, this is not one-on-one with me, but I'm in here training. You'll get access to some Zoom training with me too, live. We have pre-recorded stuff. We have a whole curriculum that you go through, kind of like an AI university. And so, I thought, should I charge 10,000 for this and just let a few people in and really coach them? Should I charge, 1,000 like I used to do for SMA? I was like, no, I'm going to make this the most accessible, kind of done for you, laid out. Now, you're still going to have to do work. I want to be clear. When I say done for you, that means the templates are there, the scripts are there, the structure is there. Okay. You will, anything in life, if anybody ever tells you that you can make money and do nothing, don't believe them. At best, they're deceived themselves. At worst, they're lying to you. But there's a big difference between having to put in 12 hours a day to make money and being able to make the same amount of money in 3 hours. I've automated my life. Okay, I have a saying, don't work if you can automate. And that's going to be the future. It sounds a little weird now, but your kids and grandkids will be like, you didn't know that? You didn't know that? So this is the opportunity. No matter who you are, whether you are a beginner and you want to launch an agency, or you're advanced and you already have a company and just want to do better for your own business, go deep down the rabbit hole of AI, and we will hold your hand you the keys to the kingdom. I'm spending 7 figures testing stuff. 7 figures, more than $1 million a year, just testing different AIs. I was just testing I have advanced computer devs, programmers. We just tested 3 different AI voice calling. It's a pain. You wouldn't want to have to, it'll cost you, the amount of testing we did will cost you $30,000. I'll just tell you the best one we like to install so you can install it. We'll make the introductions. So you can actually build your agency and have other people do a lot of the work for you. Then AI does another big part of it, and you're just left having to, hopefully cash the checks and look over the overall business. Whenever you build an agency, I highly recommend you never fully automate or hand it off to someone else, because nobody cares about your business as much as you. But this can become a source of income. This becomes a source of freedom. Most important thing, humans are motivated by 4 things, 4 M's. Material things, mating, love, movement, freedom, and mastery, status. Well, I'm really driven by the third one. Yes, I'm in Beverly Hills, but that, if I had a choice between living a life of freedom and living a life of materialism, I would always choose freedom. That's why I like to travel. But the thing that I learned is you must have some material money or you will have no freedom, because we don't grow our own food, make our own clothes, cut down our own trees. Okay, we live in an economy where we use money as a social exchange tool, exchange of value socially. And therefore, your freedom is primarily tied to your ability to not only earn subsistence level, bare minimum survival level, but you must have above and beyond. So you have savings and safety. The old Maslow hierarchy of needs, it was like a a triangle, right? And at the bottom, it was food, shelter, water. You got to have that to survive even a day. Above that, you have safety. That's where you kind of have some extra money. So a lot of people are living at the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of need. They're just paying the bills every month. They're just barely scraping by. Maybe they're going into a little more debt every month. The solution for that is more streams of income or better streams of income. So you don't even have to quit your job if you have a job. You don't even have to. You can do this on the side. You can acquire one customer. One customer, try it. $2,000 to $25,000, depending on the complexity of what they need. And we'll show you how to charge, what services to charge different amounts for. So don't overthink this. Click the link below. As quickly as you can enter your stuff, boom, you're on to the next step. We're just taking you through step by step in this 4-month AI SMMA certification. Okay? Got a 100% money back guarantee. Well, since I launched SMMA in 2016, I had such a low refund rate, like much lower than normal. And that's because this SMMA system is now going into its 10th year of working. 10th year. It's work. I have people who have gotten into the SMMA system in the last 10 years in over 100 countries. I've seen men do well, women do well. I've seen young do well, old do well. I was on the phone with a guy in South Africa today who's going into my private client program. He does $150,000 a month. $50,000 of it is from his agency. And now he's realizing, calling me, Ty, I see you talking about AI. I need AI. So even, entrepreneurs that went through my SMMA program that are now making 6 figures a month. That's a lie. He lives in Cape Town, South Africa. If you make $150,000 a month, let's say half's profit, $75,000. You know how much money that is? You can't even hardly spend it unless you do something crazy. I mean, you can live anywhere you want. You can eat out, whatever you want to do. You can buy whatever. I mean, it's so much. But he realizes even then, hey, Ty, the SMMA trend is switching to AI. So he's wanting to go deeper down the new training. So I've got that for you. The same thing I'm giving him. Click the link below. Get in here. Start moving through this program. If you need more advanced help, we have more advanced levels of coaching. We've got a pro version and a VIP version. But for now, just start in the core version. That's the most important. Charging almost nothing, really. So, I mean, it is something, but relative to what I did, the original SMMA was $1,000. So, but that was a different time. And now I realize it's so powerful. If I could go back in time, maybe I would charge a little bit less so more people could get in. But I'm doing it now. So I'm excited. I appreciate you watching this whole thing, trusting me, I know your time's busy. Click right here. Remember, people who procrastinate always lose. This is the number one rule. It's better, as Warren Buffett, the billionaire, says, when you look back on your life, and he's over 95 years old, he says when he looks back on his life, he doesn't regret the things he did, even if they didn't work out. He said he regrets the things he didn't do, the what ifs. What if? And so you got to live your life with what's called regret minimalization. So take action so that you'll never go, well, what if I had gotten in the SMMA AI program early in this world, before there was 40,000 people who went through it? What if? What if I had learned AI automation? What if I automated more things? What if I had been paid to do that? What if I had done it on my own business? Don't be a what if person. Try everything. We have a 100% money back guarantee. So if you go through it and you say, I learned nothing, we'll give you your money back. We have a low refund rate. People find crazy value. One of the lessons you're about to learn is worth this whole amount. So click here. I will see you inside.